Yo, check. Yeah, we're not the type to play games.
As you can tell by the lead, we are addressing the passing of Shawn Shonner Driscoll, a prominent and interesting persona in the tabletop role-playing game community, who passed away recently. He has been around forever. Whenever I speak about Traveller, I will always say, if you want to find out more about Traveller, go to Shonner's site. Shonner, I've known about for almost as long as I've been doing YouTube. He was very intelligent, very well spoken, very educated. He had an amazing ASMR radio voice. You could just listen to the man talk, and it was like, wow. He almost never lost his temper and never really used foul language except for idiot. He used idiot a lot. In fact, he referred to me as an idiot several times. In fact, the reason why I call myself everybody's favorite idiot is because Shonner. Shonner, unfortunately, leaves the tabletop role-playing game community with a very controversial, cantankerous legacy. He's somebody you either like or dislike, or in one case, passionately hate. Unfortunately, that's the reputation, but he didn't always have this reputation. When I first was aware of him, he was sharing his love and knowledge of Traveller and of just science. He had videos on things like fractals and sound waves and radio stuff, and videos on Traveller, and you learned things from him. And again, he was very soft-spoken, very intelligent, and this very languid, almost Southern style of speaking, where one sentence would just sort of drag out, and he could talk about something for an hour. But then something changed. His videos became more and more combative. He became part of the "there's only one way to role play" mentality, and a lot of his videos over the past couple of years have been very much, I'm going to find somebody and I am just going to take them apart and point out everything wrong they are and how they're playing D&D, how they're playing tabletop role-playing games wrong, that you had to play his way. And as time progressed, those became more and more longer and more insulting. In fact, I know at least 3 individuals who have told me on more than one occasion they don't post or won't post videos because they were afraid Shonner would go after them. He and I have traded barbs multiple times. I don't think he's ever had anything positive to say about me. I know he's made multiple videos about J. Scott Garrity and has been in a long-standing feud with Condor DM. So yeah, he just would have these videos of him sitting in the dark and just going after people. And he developed a very, 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 what's the word? Polarizing opinion. You either agreed with everything he said or you disagreed with everything he said, but he had an opinion and he was not afraid to share that opinion, even if over the past couple of years that opinion has been relatively negative. There's only been a few times when he's agreed people. The sad thing is that he's constantly championed this only one way to role play, right way to role play his way, and you're playing the right way. But if you watch examples of his role plays, they're pretty much the same thing that he complains other people's does. So a lot of people just had this very negative perception of Shonner. It appeared over recently that he was changing, though. His videos again became more educational. I mean, he was still doing videos about just, oh, this guy's wrong. But then, he had these videos about architecture, about history, about other games. It looked like he was doing a lot of stuff with video games. He went after Harmony Ginger. So it looked like he was changing direction again and going back towards how he started, how I first became aware of him. With his educational videos, with talking about computers, with talking about architecture, with talking about science, and hopefully he was going to start talking about Traveller again. And then the videos stopped. A day, couple days, a week, 2 weeks went by. People began to go, "Where's Shonner?" So that shows how aware of his presence people were. That people were from out of nowhere were going, "Have you heard from Shonner? Does anyone know where Shonner is?" I haven't seen Shonner post in a weekend. Stuff like that. And there were still people who were angry at him. There were still people who were afraid of him. He still had this reputation of old man sitting in the dark talking bad about other games, which isn't what he was. He started as something else and something happened. And he just became this, police chief of role playing, a position nobody gave him. It's hard to, I feel like even if I'm trying to be positive, I'm saying negative things about him because he had such a negative opinion of me. And he made that very clear on multiple occasions. And several people I deeply respect, he made it clear on multiple occasions. His opinion of them too. He had no problem telling you if he didn't like somebody's gaming style and if they didn't live up to his expectations. And the videos just kind of stopped. And then yesterday we found out why, that he had passed away. We don't know the reason. Hopefully it wasn't something horrible. And it was just, old age and whatever. We offer our condolences to his friends and his family. We ask everybody not to remember him of the legacy of, old man sitting in the dark complaining about other role-playing games. And remember that, he had an amazing history, an amazing knowledge. I mean, I respected the guy, and of all the rage baiters, of all the people who do this, who just make their videos about how shitty other people's gaming styles were, he's the only one I respected. I would often say to him, okay, instead of telling people what they're doing wrong, why don't you offer insight and tutor them, mentor them to get closer to that. And he had tried that, especially with the 4D role-playing people. Rick and Mr. Max Boveland have a lot of really good things to say about him. They knew him much better than I did, and they knew him well about the scenes. And I have spoken to Rick at least once about Shonner, and he said that, the Shonner behind the scenes and the Shonner behind the camera were two different people, that the behind the scenes Shonner was much more generous, much more willing to talk and game and debate and help people understand the 4D style of role play. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened between Traveler, teach you about practicals, teach you about FM radio and AM radio, to I'm going to tear you apart, to I'm going to start making videos about video games and architecture and start trying to educate people again. And sadly, he's no longer with us. So our condolences go out to his friends and family. And again, despite everything he has said about me and about people I like and respect and about the gaming industry, I would hope that people would remember the soft-spoken, intelligent man who taught us about science and practicals and particles and sound waves, and loved role-playing. So R.I.P. Shonner. And again, condolences to his friends and family, and hopefully something good can come out of this, because you always hope that the legacy somebody leaves behind is something good. I'll talk to y'all later.